Okay, I wanted to say a few things about a book I finished reading recently. Uh, about a week ago, I finished it. I went through it really quick. The Secret Garden. The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. Before I talk about the actual book, I have a few things to say about uh, my life at the time when I was introduced to the book. Yes, I have. The bunny is back. I haven't had my bunny in any videos in a long time, and I also have a squirrel that I got too. I really wanted to get this squirrel uh, because, well, I in my town, other than birds, I I I, I like seeing the bunnies and the squirrels. I see squirrels more often than bunnies, so they're like two mascots for my town, I feel. But I saw this video of a squirrel uh, defending their. I guess it was a mother squirrel defending their babies against a snake, and I was scared to watch it because I thought, well, of course the snake's gonna win this battle with the squirrel, but the snake kept striking at the squirrel, and the reflexes of the squirrel were so good that they were able to jump away every time the snake would lunge at the squirrel. So I thought, wow, that's amazing. That squirrel was so good at avoiding the strikes of the snake. And then the snake had to just give up. So I thought, wow, that squirrel is like a superhero. So I got this on Amazon. I got this at a museum. Anyway, that has nothing to do with the Secret Garden, really. I kind of wanted to bring them in to the videos here because uh, there's there's part of the book is it there's an animal charmer, a boy who uh, has animals around him, and I'm pretty sure squirrels and bunnies are some of those animals. So it felt like a good time to bring these guys in here, or gals. I don't know what their gender is. Anyway, so back to the Secret Garden. I was first introduced to the Secret Garden back when I was in fifth grade, so that was a long time ago. I have been out of school for a while. I was trying to figure out what year I was, so I went through. Uh, well, I started with the year I graduated. I knew I graduated in 1997, so it was the 1996-1997 school year. So in fifth grade, so I'm not sure the exact year of when I was introduced to the Secret Garden, but it was down to 2 years. It was either 1989 or 1990. So that was the because I knew I was in fifth grade. So in fifth grade, my school year was 1989 to 1990. 1989 to 1990. That was a long time ago. Yeah. So I got a lot of notes here. This is kind of these videos I'm going to be doing. I don't know how many there's going to be, or how long it's going to take to do all of them, but it's kind of like doing a book report for The Secret Garden. All right, so in 5th grade, I'm pretty sure the name of my teacher, she was a woman. She was a little older back then, so she's probably not alive anymore, I assume. Her name was Mrs. Worth, so she was a nice teacher. Uh, but what I wanted to talk about was not Mrs. Worth, but uh, a woman by the name of Miss Putnam. She was, I guess, a student teacher or teacher's assistant. Yeah, sometimes we'd have student teachers, so I guess they were like, I guess they were college students. So that's how they do their training for on being a teacher. So it was, I'm crediting Miss Putnam, the student teacher, for introducing me to the Secret Garden. So I don't know if it was Mrs. Worth's idea or Miss Putnam's idea, but it was Miss Putnam who I remember like taking charge of the uh, the introducing the students to this book. Um, we watched. Cross these things off after I talk about them. We watched a version, a movie version of The Secret Garden in the class. I remember the movie. Well, I don't remember it too well because I actually bought it recently. I bought the movie version when I bought the Secret Garden book at the same time. Uh, yeah, I got those for my birthday, June. So I'm not sure if I got the same one, the same movie version, because there's a few versions of the movie. So I was just going by the year, like, uh, so I think the one that I got came out in the late 80s. So it might have been the same one. So it was an okay movie. Um, a little different from the book though. Uh, I don't know. I don't think we were assigned to read the whole book because I know I didn't. But that doesn't mean I wasn't supposed to. I think maybe possibly we read sections of the book. Mm. I think possibly we were assigned sections of the book. I don't remember like what hmm, what the actual what we did in the class other than what I remember we watched the movie and probably read some of the book, but I don't remember what was the point exactly. I guess um just to cover the I guess kind of just like the literature aspect of the plot. So I guess it was like a literature class uh, discussion. Yeah, I don't remember. It's hard to remember back that far. I just only vaguely remember that we watched the movie and we read a little bit of the book. That's pretty much all I remember. Wish I could say more. I wasn't like keeping a journal back then. Uh I don't have any assignments still from that time. Uh at least not specifically for the Secret Garden. But I remember, yeah, I told someone, it might have been Miss Putnam. It might have been her, or it might have been someone else, a student in the class. I said, and they probably they probably asked me, they might have asked me if I had read the book or if I was reading the book, Secret Garden. And I said I couldn't get past the first page of the book. I couldn't get past the first page. Sounds kind of like a rude thing to say about a book. It was so bad I couldn't get past the first page. Or I guess I was implying that I wasn't interested in it, or I just found it boring. I don't. Hmm. It's kind of funny to think about because like when I read the book recently, so this was like 30 years later. So this is pretty big deal for me that it took this long. It took. So I tried to read the book. I might have I like because we maybe we were assigned to read some of it. Maybe I read a few paragraphs, maybe uh, in the book. But so I tried to read the first page, and I just decided no, I don't like this. It's too difficult to read, and I guess like I'm looking at it now, and I see some words that are like maybe I was unfamiliar with some of these words. Some of them are like foreign words. Maybe some of them I was not able to pronounce very well. Um, yeah, in the first sentence, there's a place called Misselthwaite Manor. So maybe I was like, oh, that's a big word, Misselthwaite. So I was probably discouraged on the first page by the words that I was not familiar with. And I didn't even get, I couldn't even turn the page to the next one. But like now, like since I've read it recently, it's since I've had more experience reading, and since because at the time I didn't even like reading, not really. Uh, but like since then, like I over the years I've really enjoyed reading. Like sometimes it's challenging depending on the book. Uh, but like this book, like it makes sense because we read it back in fifth grade, or we were supposed to. Well, we were supposed maybe we were supposed to read some of it. But I assume I guess um, it's a book that's designed for children to read. So it's a very easy. The print is well, it's not too small, but it's just it's a pretty easy book to read, like for an adult. So it's funny to say like now, like I couldn't get past the first page because it was very easy to read this, very simple to read, wasn't too complicated. So yeah, but especially like if I because I have my dictionary now, at the time I didn't use the philosophy of if you don't know a word, look it up. So there were a few times where I encountered some words in the book and I was like, oh, I don't know what that means. So I had to look it up. So yeah.